Allow me to talk to you about process. There is a process for everything that you see on planet Earth. Everything has a process. And that cuts across every creation. It cuts across everything that you're able to see. Everything went through a process. Even when God was creating the world, He did not create each and everything at once. But He was particular in the way He was creating each and everything. Even when we are growing up, even when humans are growing up, they go through different stages. They go through different stages. As a matter of fact, the stages to the life of humans begin from courtship, where two people meet for relations or relationships. Then they enter into a relationship, and then they enter into conjugal rights, which lead to pregnancy. So there is a first stage of pregnancy. Definitely, pregnancy leads to childbirth. And when you're born, you have to go through the process of babyship. You have to go through the process of babyship. The baby cannot begin to talk immediately. He has to go through that process. That process when he or she is with the mother. The process of suckling the breast. The process of crawling. The process of learning how to walk. The process of learning how to read and how to talk. And then the child goes to kindergarten. After kindergarten, he goes to lower primary, upper primary, secondary, university, or any other tertiary institution, until when the parents are done with you and you're ready to begin life on your own. So there is that known process of every human being. But after all that is done, I'm talking to every adult now, everyone who is above the age of 18 years, the age of 20 years. I'm talking about that age where you are in total control of your life and you are yearning to be someone. And there are things which you want to achieve in life. Let me tell you this. What you are yearning to be, chances are high that there is a person who is already it. Because sometimes we as Christians, we can be like, I want to be beyond what humans can say. But that is lip service. In most cases, what you want to be, there is someone who is already that. And all you have to do is to carry out a search so that you can be able to get that someone. And you find out how he managed to be that. But often at times, as human beings, we don't want to go through those processes. Are you ready to go through the process in order for you to be that which you want to be? Because it is not just going to happen suddenly. I know you have faith. I know you are so close to your God. I know you believe that by tomorrow, what you are going through now will not be that. But can you allow yourself to go through a process? Because there is a process to each and everything. The only way you can be able to treasure that which you want to become is if you allow yourself go through a process. You cannot be rich out of the blue. There is supposed to be a specific formula. There is supposed to be a specific procedure. There is supposed to be a specific process which you have to follow in order to be that which you want to be. But we are in a generation where people want to be things, yet they do not want to go through the process of being that which they want to be. And that is wrong. That is wishful thinking. The journey in life, or the journey of life, is not like a lotto, is not like playing cards. It's not like gambling, whereby $1 can be able to get you $1 million. If you become rich tomorrow, are you sure you'll be able to sustain those riches? You cannot be able to sustain those riches because you have no formula of how you became rich. That is why most parents who have died rich and they've left a lot of property to their kids end up selling them. Why? Because the parents did not share with their kids the formula of how they got those riches and how they can be able to sustain those riches. If you got your riches through theft, those riches will only end with you. You'll not pass them on to your generation. Why? Because you cannot explain to your kids how you got the wealth. And if you explain to them that you got it through theft, that means that in order for them to keep the wealth, they'll have to also to go into stealing. We are in a generation where people have riches, but they cannot be able to explain how they got them. But they are rich anyway, and they are enjoying themselves, which is not bad. But those riches will only end with them. Why? Because those people cannot be able to share the formula of how they got the riches to their beneficiaries. That is why when you analyze most companies around us, the only companies which have lived on for generations are those of people with Indian background. When you look at Kakira Sugar Works, when you look at Lugazi Sugar Works, when you look at Mukwano, those are people who used to work with their kids. And they shared with their kids the formula of how they began the business and of how they have managed to run the business. That is why when Mukwano died, he had already prepared his daughter to run the business. Kachira and Lugazi are in third generations of running. And Murwana also did the same. That is why his daughter has managed to keep the business afloat. So that is why you need to know the process. There is a particular process which you are supposed to follow in order to be that which you want to be. If you want to be something, find out about that something. Put in place strategies on how you can be that. And allow yourself go through those strategies. As you go through those strategies, you will become stronger in that business. There are things you will get to know. Even when you fail, you'll know how to come back and you'll be able to sustain that business. That is what I mean by allowing yourself go through the process. But you are not just going to run a company out of the blue. You're not just going to run a company out of the blue. Allow yourself to go through a process. Everything involves a process. Every stage you want to reach in life is a process. Allow yourself to go through a process, my dear. My brother, allow yourself to go through the process. Sometimes the process may be painful. Sometimes the process may involve sacrifice. Sometimes the process may necessitate you to get a loan. Sometimes the process involves losses. But you just have to keep focused on that which you want to be. Allow yourself to go through the process. It is the process that betters you. It is that process that mentors you. It is that process that makes you into a better person. That is why it is very important for you to go through a process if you want to be that which you want to be. Allow yourself to go through a process in order to be that which you want to be. Thank you. And don't hesitate to subscribe. And if you found this video useful, share it with a friend. Ring that bell on my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on my Facebook page. It is in my names, Lutete Mika. It is also in Mind Your Future International. Share, and every person will be blessed. Allow yourself to go through a process in order to be that which you want to be.